What's happening, YouTube? Thank you for tuning in. For all my subscribers, I know this is a little bit different than what I normally do. I know you're used to the Land Rovers and the Jeeps and all that, but I have a new project, which you can kind of see right over my shoulder there. This is my Free for Life Tesla. If you thought about getting a Tesla, if you are still thinking about getting a Tesla, if you think that getting an older one is a bad idea or a good idea, this is a good video for you. I'm going to try to go over as much as I can about mine and let you know what to look for if you're also looking to get one. Here we go. All right, so the first thing you'll probably notice about mine is that it is not completely stock. We do have the aftermarket NV wheels. Pretty darn nice look on this older Model S. This is a 2013. As you can also see, I have swapped out the grille. This was an idea that I had after looking at one of the videos here on YouTube. I'll be sure to link that as well. What this essentially is a universal grill grate that I cut to size, and it is only zip tied in there. I know, don't judge me, but from a distance, it is actually pretty darn nice. Like I said, I'm really trying to make this a budget build as much as possible. So I'm gonna try to do everything as cheap as I can so that this is truly the $10,000 build for a Tesla Model S. But this is a look at the outside. Let's go on the inside. All right, so welcome inside of my $10,000 Model S. It's just fun to say, if I'm being honest. Nobody believes me when I tell them that I paid only $10,000 for this car, mainly because you can see the outside. It looks like it's a pretty nice car. Obviously, it has its caveats. You can better believe that there are certain parts of this car that look like it really is 11 years old, but most of those things I was able to fix, buff out, or replace. Just like the passenger seat was completely destroyed. But I found all of the seats from a used Model S on eBay, swapped out the actual cushion. It looks good as new. So there are always things that are going to not look great on a $10,000 car. It doesn't matter what it is. But the fact that this is a Tesla Model S that I got for under $10,000 is something that's huge. I do have a video on what I did to get that deal, and what I was looking for when I purchased it. So be sure to look out for that. But I do want to show you around the interior of the car just a little bit so that you can get an idea of the condition that it is in. So here, let me pan around. As you can see, it's in pretty darn good shape all the way through. But I will tell you that one of the bargaining points that I had as soon as I first bought it was simply that it wasn't in great condition. So this is after a decent amount of cleaning. Also had to get the smell out of here. There was a lot that I had to do, but I still appreciate the dealership so much. Tag you guys down below. Love you guys. But trust me, they made me work for the $10,000 price tag. But all in all, I will definitely say it is completely worth it. Things that you have to look forward to on a older Model S. Yes, this is a 2013, so you wouldn't expect it to have a lot of the brand new features, but it does have those features. Now, also with it being a 2013, it is not full self-driving. I'm so sorry. Obviously, you can strive to get one of the newer ones that is full self-driving, but this one is not that. But I'm okay with that. I honestly don't like the idea that something is going to drive for me or that something can take over my car without me being in control. But some things that other 2013s do not do, they do not update the maps. These maps are updated all the time, which I love. You can always check where your software is. This software is from this year. Maps updated this year. You definitely don't see those types of updates from other companies. So the fact that they are still keeping this up 11 years later is absolutely astounding. What's cool, check it out. I was literally just sitting here and there's a navigation update available. Boom, right there. So that'll download as soon as I get home on the Wi-Fi. So I am very happy with how it looks, but I'm also more happy with how it drives. As you know, and a reason you're probably watching this video if you're really considering getting a Tesla Model S is that you know that it is a pretty quick car. For it to be 11 years old, it is a pretty fast car, and it beats most of the gasoline vehicles that are going to be around you on the road. And the fact that you can do that for $10,000 is pretty great. I race my buddy in his C8 all the time, and the fact that I paid a tenth of what he did for his car, I love it. But besides that, drivability is fun. It's easy to drive. It's taken me a while to get adjusted because if you're a subscriber, you know that I only drive trucks. But I've gotten used to being a little bit lower to the ground, and I still love it. Some of the features that I am just head over heels for, as you know, and as you probably saw in the title or in the description, free supercharging for life. That's right. So I get to drive this Tesla for free for life, and I love that. Another thing that's free for life is the internet connectivity. This has built-in LTE that I can use throughout the country for free. That means that I can always monitor my car. I can always play all the apps in here. So the Spotify's, the TuneIns, all of those I can do for free throughout the country. That is fantastic. I don't have to worry about carrying around a hotspot all the time or tethering it to my phone. That by itself is just amazing. So those are two of the perks of getting one of the older ones. Obviously, there are negatives. As you know, the batteries are what everyone is weary of in buying one of these. Most of you may have been waiting for me to touch on that in this video. The battery on this one, I got pretty lucky. The battery on this one was replaced less than a year before I bought it, so that's wonderful. But the other part is the large drive unit. For those who don't know what that is, just think of it as the engine of the vehicle. This one has a single large drive unit in the rear of the car, so it is rear wheel drive. That is the next thing that is going to go. I can already hear a couple of sounds in it, but I've been driving the heck out of it. That might be why too. But I already have accounted for replacing that because I know it is going to eventually go, because all of these have a coolant problem. If you haven't looked it up, there is a coolant leak, gets into the bearings, starts to make the whining sound, then it eventually shuts down. So I am already ready for that, allocated funds for it, and I'm looking forward to having a brand new large drive unit, because that means that I will have a pretty much brand new battery and a large drive unit, and I'm going to continue to drive this bad boy for free for as long as I possibly can, literally until the wheels fall off. A couple other things that you'll want to keep an eye out for are the suspension, especially in the front. Definitely do your research on that. I'm going to cover it a little bit more in my next video. That's going to cover how I got this deal and, of course, things to look out for. But I just wanted to lightly mention it now, just in case you're at the dealership right now and trying to figure out if you want to actually buy this bad boy. One thing that's really cool that you either might have seen inside of the cover photo or in the title, the entertainment I have upgraded pretty significantly in here, and I'm going to show you that right now. All right, so here comes a little Wii action for you. All right, the sensor is actually below the screen, so I'm just gonna go. Actually, let me just go hit the home button again. All right, here we go. Wii tennis is like my favorite thing. Not gonna lie. Oh yeah, getting him. Can't win them all. But as you can see, it fully works. It is outstanding. I have, of course, Wii Sports, Mario Kart, all of the classics right here on my screen. Now, what that means is obviously this is for your passengers, all right? This is not for you. But when you're sitting here at the Supercharger and you have the ability to play any game you want, watch anything that you want to, and you don't have to cut it off when you pull out, just saying, it makes this vehicle feel like $1 million. So the fact that I paid $10,000 for a vehicle that can have unlimited entertainment inside of the car, free supercharging for life, free connectivity for life, it's just amazing to me. And honestly, it turns heads too. People are always asking me about this car, and I love that I got it for only $10,000, and you can too. The secrets to how I got it, I found it online, Marketplace, Craigslist. Those are where I found most of my vehicles. You just have to be vigilant. Make sure that you're always checking, and never just accept that first price, if I'm being honest. Mainly because these vehicles, they're a crapshoot. I'm gonna be honest with you. You don't know what you're gonna get when you pick up one of these vehicles, how they've been driven, the actual status of the battery, the actual status of the large drive unit. They are a lot tougher to check on than just a regular gasoline car. I can walk up to just about any gasoline car, check a couple of things, look for leaks here, check how this smells, check how this feels and looks, and I would be able to get a pretty decent gauge on how that car has been taken care of or not. With these, you have to dig pretty deep, and so I have another video that I'm going to be posting that shows you all the things to really look for, especially if you don't mind getting a little dirty before you buy it. These are all the things that I did when I purchased this. But all in all, that's all I really wanted to say. If you have any questions, or if there's a video, something that you want me to cover, because obviously I have a couple modifications in here that you might not have thought of, but I love this car though. Just being honest, it is absolutely a blast to drive. It is so fun to be able to have my daughter playing Wii when we're sitting at a Supercharger, or any of the GameCube games, or Crazy Taxi is one of my favorites, and we're able to play all of that, even with the Xbox controller too. So just things to think of. Do not discount the older Model S's. They are fantastic cars. You just have to take care of them, and they'll take care of you. Anyway, wanted to keep this under 10 minutes, so get on out there, enjoy, live life. I will have another LR3 build for you guys on my channel, because I know a lot of you missed that content. I still love my Land Rovers, but for now, it is finally great to go fast again. All right, guys, have a great day. Bye.